afternoon class, here's the equipment used, basically used in flotation. We use different kind of equipment because there are different kind of feed that we treated, and also there are different material characteristics that may damage the equipment. So the first one is the flotation cell. These are equipment in which the materials is actually separated or floated from the residual tailings. It consists of a vessel or tank provided with a feed at one end, an overflow for removals, and a discharge for tailings at the opposite, with a provision for introducing air for formation and agitation. This is the category according to Perry. This is the flotation equipment, and then it is subdivided into three parts: the electrolytic, the dissolved air, and the dispersed air. Electrolytic mainly uses electricity, dissolved air, pressure, and vacuum, and dispersed air, and this is the more classified part or subdivision of dispersed air. This can find in Perry 7Ed. So let's go on electrolytic flotation unit. Electrolytic flotation unit is based on the generation of hydrogen and oxygen bubbles in a dilute aqueous solution by passing direct current between two electrodes. Common electrodes are the different grade of steel, stainless steel, also aluminum, and titanium. The titanium this can be titanium coated with lead dioxide or platinized titanium. The electric power to the electrodes is supplied at a lower voltage potential of 5 to 10 volts. And then the power consumption is in the range of 0.5 to 0.7 kilowatts per meter squared of flotation tank surface area. This is the schematic diagram of electrolytic flotation tank. Based on this diagram, the raw water is the feed is the raw water, which is introduced to the electrolytic flotation unit, and then the electrodes serve. These electrodes basically hinihiwalay.
Magtagalog ka na. Magtagalog ka na.
Hinihiwalay lang siya. And then, so, there is the flash removal belt, and then this is the clarified water and fluid. The bubble size of these cells tends to be the smallest compared to the other equipment. Later, I will discuss this. And then, very little turbulence is created by the bubble formation. The application of this is, number one, this unit is very attractive for the separation of small particles and fragile blocks. Other is, this is applied to effluent treatment and sludge thickening. And then also, it is economically attractive for small installation in the flow rate range of 10 to 20 meter cube per hour because of bubble generation capacity. Not expected to be suitable for portable water treatment because there is a tendency of contamination due to the dissolution of the electrodes. So basically, this is the application of the electrolytic flotation unit. So let's go on to the other type, the dissolved air flotation unit. The dissolved air flotation unit and then saturating the process stream with air and generating air bubbles by releasing the pressure. Also, very little mechanical agitation employed. This dissolved air flotation unit uses precipitate in the form of fine bubbles in the size range of 20 to 100 micrometer. As I said in the earlier slide, and as noted, the electrolytic flotation unit uses only 10 to 50, and then the bubble range is 20 to 100. So then often limits the total quality of aeration possible. There are two types of dissolved air flotation unit. The first one is the vacuum flotation. The mechanism of vacuum flotation is simple. Stream is saturated with air at atmospheric pressure and introduce the flotation tank on which a vacuum is applied, giving rise to the generation of the air bubbles. So basically, the feed is introduced and then applied. This is in atmospheric pressure, and then the vacuum is applied so that we separate the
Tagalog ka na.
Ihiwalay niyo yung mas maliit na part, tapos yung mas malaki, yung kasama doon sa clear water, and then yung isa kasama lang doon sa yun, mag-float lang siya. Ayun, and then can be run only as a batch process and requires sophisticated equipment to produce and maintain the vacuum. Ayun, basically ginagamit lang siya sa batch process. Tapos, since nga medyo magastos kasi siya, since gumagamit ng vacuum, so, ayun, very limited lang yung application niya. Yun, the other one is the pressure flotation. Based on its name, it's applied the pressure, and then also it's applied on continuous basis, unlike from the vacuum, which just only on batch. And consists of pressurizing and aerating the process stream and introduce it into the flotation vessel that is maintained at the atmospheric pressure. Reduction of pressure results in the formation of fine air bubbles and the collection of fine particulates to be floated and removed as sludge. Ayun, bali ang pagkakaiba lang naman niya dun sa nauna ay gumagamit na siya ng pressure para paghiwalayin yung sludge and then yung fine particulates. Pressure flotation carries out on the entire feed stream. Bali, meron kasi siya dalawang class. Yung una ay yung full flow pressure flotation. Bali, ito, ini-introduce mo yung pressure sa lahat. Bali, dun sa entire na flotation unit. Tapos, yung isa, split flow pressure flotation, na kung saan, yung feed mo, fraction lang na feed mo yung apply mo ng pressure. Tapos, yung natitira, bale, parang i-introduce mo lang siya. Ayun. Tapos, ito yung illustration ng recycled flow pressure flotation device. Bale, ang mechanism lang naman ito, ipapasok mo yung feed, tapos, magkakaroon siya ng process ng flotation through pressure, and then hindi kasi natin sure na lahat na nandito ay clarified na solvent. So magkakaroon ng recycle. Bali gagamit ng pump, tapos ulit. Para para mas marami makukuha ang float sludge. And then, this is the dissolved air flotation plant flow sheet for water treatment. Bali, ang mechanism lang din ito, yung raw water, gagamitan mo siya ng coagulation chemicals, tapos dadaan siya ng tapos i-introduce mo siya doon sa floculator, and then, magkakaroon ng mechanism na katulad doon sa pressure, yung gagamit ng pressure, tapos yung iba mag-i-aerated, tapos, ayun, yung iba na hindi natanggal dito, doon sa pag-apply ng pressure, i-recycle lang siya ulit, tapos babalik ulit yan, tapos gano'n. So, ito ay basically ginagamit niya sa water treatment. Bali yung application niya, number 1, use to treat process stream with low solid concentration, 0.01 to 2% by volume. Next, most commonly used for sewage and portable water treatment. Ayun niya, kasi hindi katulad dun sa electrolytic na kailangan parang dahil dun sa electrode baka magkaroon ng contamination. Dito, since pressure lang ina-apply mo or vacuum, bali hindi ka na parang wala kang problema about dun sa contamination na mangyayari dun sa feed na ipapasok mo. Ayun, the last one, bali ginagamit siya sa slaughterhouse, poultry processing, seafood processing, soap and food processing waste. Basically, sa waste na siya ginagamit. Ayun, yung vacuum tsaka yung pressure. Para dun sa other type na equipment, si James,